WK Show here at ONFIRE-TV.com.
Yours truly, WK, in here. Got special guests in the building. And I didn't even know everybody was coming. I'm glad to see y'all, man.
Glad to be here.
Always a pleasure. Let's go around the table where everybody introduce yourself. Start with you, Rod.
Yeah, Kool Rod. I'm from the group The New Marks. Started out in '83. Still got it. Still doing it.
Still shining.
All right. And besides you,
DJ Unique. Started in '89. My first club was the Caton Castle.
Caton Castle, okay. Is that really a club, though? My first lounge was. I got you. Besides you,
DJ TC Flash. Started back in '79.
Oh, word. Okay.
Started out at the point after, mixing for Lotto Mitchell, the running back for the Baltimore Colts. Had a nightclub.
That's official.
Then I started at Shake and Bake, opened up for Shake and Bake for my man Glenn Dowdy. Then also, WEBB, of course, as a young fella. Then 32nd Street Plaza. And now I'm on my own radio show, WMEG Online Radio.
That's what's up. That's what's up. Last but not least,
how old are you? No.
I'm 12.
Terry T. I started off, well, before I came on the scene, I started mixing in like 1981. Officially from the We Rock crew. From there, I moved on to mixed in the underground and various other places. Did shows at the Baltimore Arena, Rhythm Skate. Well, we'll get into that with the end.
Absolutely. So a lot of history, lot of history right here. Dang, y'all done said some stuff I didn't even know too. So Unique, you always you what I call grouchy Smurf.
Yeah,
he's always mad, right? And I think when you talk about what I call the good old days, you should be happy. You should be, because it's good times. It's good times. It's good times.
It was.
What's your first memories of music in general?
I say my uncle Gary Hutchins, playing for George Clinton Parliament at 8 years old, seeing George Clinton live at the Civic Center, and I've been addicted to music ever since, because he was a part of P-Funk, so that was like one of my biggest inspirations, my uncle.
Okay. But you I guess you probably the youngest person at the table.
Yeah, pretty
much.
Right? Baby.
So who can give us? I want to hear somebody like some real memories that's older than mine.
Oh, I'll give you something old.
No, we already know you old.
Yeah, look. I'm gonna get
that's a grandfather right there.
I'm gonna tell you this, and we're gonna go into it with the New Marks and the We Rock crew. But back in the days at WEBB, little station Warble Junction had a small lobby, and the owner was Dorothy Brunson. Oh my goodness, she did not play.
Legendary.
When you come to that radio station. Yeah. You come in there, you have a seat until Chuck Max or Randy Dennis call you to come back. When the station went off the air, that's when we slide on back. We do our mixtapes. Actually it wasn't mixtapes. We had the cassettes.
Yeah.
But the studio was real small in there. So back in the day, we go in there, we'll do our pause on a cassette deck, we'll cut the reel to reel. We did a lot of editing at the station at the age of 14, 15.
So question real quick. So a lot of people didn't know this, and I found this out, I guess probably like in the last maybe 10 years. When we were listening to music on the radio back in the 80s, that stuff was pre-mixed, right? Y'all weren't mixing it live at that moment.
At that moment.
Okay, so I didn't know that, and I think a lot of fans did not know that, because it still sounded good. We didn't know the difference. You know what I mean? But that's just like nerd shit. But I'm just saying that's good to know.
But it was hard work.
I'm sure. So would you have, like, they say give us 30 minutes or 28 minutes or 1 hour?
We have different DJs that have maybe a 5-minute set. because WBB had maybe a good 10 DJs. You know, New Marks, CJ Fresh, you know, Vicious V, rest in peace. You know, we all was banging. You know, back then, and then we had to bring the heat because at 7 o'clock. It was my man Terry T.
It was his turn at 7 o'clock.
So this is on the weekend.
No, this
every
is
night.
This was every night.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't realize that. Okay.
Every day the mixes start at 3 o'clock. When that school bell rang,
Right.
people was running home.
So they would alternate y'all for like an hour, or would you get how much time did y'all get between?
Well, it depends on what radio personality was going to play your mix that day. You know, I might send a mix in Monday. It might come on Tuesday.
Gotcha.
You know, Vicious V or somebody, the New Marks, well, they was on every day because they was the hot group.
Right.
But the single jocks like Vicious V, myself, CJ Fresh, DJ Wild Style, all of us had little time periods where we come on certain days. Jeffrey C, you know, but
all legendary people. So
yeah, fun time.
So Rod, I guess you can answer this. How did they know to contact who? Because the people that y'all talking about at the stations, they wasn't in the clubs, like they wasn't out in the streets. How did they know who was hot?
Well, the thing is, we would go see them. We were doing our thing and doing our pause mixtapes or whatever, and we would go to the radio station. You know, EBB was the joint. Yeah. So it's like, you do your tape, the AP crews already down there, they was rocking. So we put out, you know, we put your music together and you take it to them. And if they'll let you know if it's hot or not. Yeah. So that's how that worked.
So you had New Marks, you had We Rock Crew. So was there, because I'm a baby at this time, but
Both of us.
was there, I don't know the right word, but was there animosity? Was there competition between these two groups?
No, not really.
At the time, I don't mean now.
Back then, it was more like motivation with each other, because it wasn't no secret. The We Rock Crew, even though we was doing our thing, when they came in, the We Rock Crew locked the city down. So it was like, we got to change up. It's just like going to the playbook and say, look, we got to do something, man, you know. And then we was just DJing. So when they came on the board with Terry DJing, and then Jeffrey Universe rapping, Spencer, we gotta get on this rap thing. You know what I mean? Right. So
y'all started out as a DJ crew.
As a DJ crew.
And then y'all started seeing the attention that they was building, and y'all like, we need to switch it up a little bit. Yeah,
we need somebody singing our stuff. We want somebody to say, I'll sing our music.
Spin still sing on the house music now.
Yeah.
So, Terry T, what was it like? Take us back to that time period. We Rock Crew is the hottest thing in the city. What was it like being a member of the group?
Oh man, it's very, very humbling. It's like it was nowhere I can go without, you know, people, man, they was so like honored to be in my company, and I just was like, wow, this is real. But I mean, it was amazing, man. We used to practice in my mother's living room, and man, it was any day we could look out the door and see 200-300 people trying to look through the window. I mean, wow. 200-300 people literally.
Yeah, I believe it too.
And just to hear ourselves on the radio, for me, it was normal, but the gratification came from, you know, like you say, the people running home.
Yeah.
You know, the record.
And that's a real thing, because we did used to do that. That's a real thing, like running home, because it's like if you missed it, you missed it. You know what I'm saying? So you wasn't trying to miss it.
And be honest with you, we was running down to the radio station to submit our mixes.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it was y'all running, we running. You know?
Mm-hmm. And unlike WEBB, when I submitted a tape, I took it in through the side door, and it was played like 5 minutes later while I'm standing right there. So a lot of people used to come to that side door when Mac James used to get on there and say, I want y'all to tell me how y'all like it. Y'all want to make it or break it. And man, they at the door, boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
Play that, man. Tell them come on out. You know, so.
So now, when you say the side door, you talking about up them steps?
No.
Okay, we talking about which street? Which street are we talking about?
What's it?
What was the?
Are we talking near the Palladium in that area?
No.
You,
On the east
no,
side.
I'm at WWIN.
So where was that? Where was that studio at? WWIN.
Exeter Hall.
Yep.
Right. Okay.
Towers.
Yes. I remember that. So, as far as, did they want a playlist? Did they dictate what y'all played on the mix?
No, just keep it clean.
See, that was good times. So you could really get creative with it and do what you wanted to do.
And I'm gonna tell you something. Mr. Magic came down to the station one day, and he went back up.
You talking about Mr. Magic from up? Okay.
Yeah.
Juice Crew, Mr. Magic.
He came down to the station, heard us, our mixes. Man, he went up there and told Red Alert, told Funkmaster Flex, man, these cats down Baltimore, they mixing up records, look like it's 20 turntables, songs is blended, and they was like, oh man, we gotta check this out. So man, Run, the Fat Boys, Houdini, Public Enemy, EPMD, all them cats was coming down showing us mad love, man. And that was real honor, man.
Absolutely.
You know, see them cats. Now, Jam Master Jay, he looked like a grown man at the age of 16. Man, a full beard. Man, I'm like, man.
Was that Jam Master Jay that we saw in 32nd Street Plaza that time?
Yeah,
we was like sitting at the bar or something. Yeah. So as far as I'm glad that you mentioned that some of those nationwide groups coming through. Like, who was some of those acts that was coming down to the city and y'all like performing with? Some of the big acts.
Back then it was everybody.
Dougie.
You say everybody, like who?
Well, Dougie Fresh, Fat Boys, Run DMC, Houdini, Salt and Pepper.
Well, I tell you like this, the guy that really amazed me, and he did it on my turntables, was Jazzy Jeff. We was at the city fair. I'm mixing at the city fair. Dude came up, and that's when the record "Girls of the World Nothing But Trouble." First,
so you talking about 86, maybe something like that?
Was it about? Might have been
low.
About 83,
85?
84. About 83, 84.
No, they
wasn't out that soon.
Like 87.
Yeah, so that's just about 86.
Okay.
Yeah. Because we did a show in 86 with them at Plato's Grill.
Yeah, that cat came, Jazzy Jeff. Man, he put.
Did you know who he was?
Yes. Oh yeah.
Okay.
He definitely knew who he was when he finished, huh?
Man, this dude got on my turntable, took my needles off, and I'm looking at him like, really? You gonna take my needles off?
That was a beast.
Man, he put them needles on, and he was scratching and doing his transforming. I was like, this boy hot.
You was like, I didn't know these turntables could do that.
Man.
So at this time period, we talking about, y'all are on belt drives? Or what? Or y'all using direct drive?
I was on 1200s.
You using 1200s? Okay.
I got 1200.
Straight arm or curve arm?
Curve.
Okay.
1200, Technique 1200s. Back then,
that's a lot of money. Like that's a lot of money, right?
I had a connection overseas. Okay. I got mine for $200.
I was on a
$200.
$200.
But $200 in the '80s
was a lot
is
of
different than $200 right now.
Right. Yeah. Because $200 back then, people was buying them turntables was only what? $40, $50.
Pioneer PL4s from Luskins.
$200. See, people gotta understand something. $200 in the mid '80s is probably like about $900 right now to $1,000 right now.
Yeah. Most definitely.
Yeah. Well, so was you on 1200s?
No. I was on belt drives.
Belt drive, boy.
Yeah, and they.
Now the thing about belt drive, people don't understand. It is exactly what he's saying. Yeah. So there's a belt. There's like a big rubber band, and when you scratch it, you gotta push it a little bit to keep the speed going. Oh yeah, I saw that on belt drive too.
Yeah.
What about you, Rod? You this time period? Are you on 1200s? Are you on?
No, I got to we was Pioneer PL4s from Luskins. 6 of them. The New York. We was killing them.
So what? Hold on. Let me get
that's 83, 84.
Man, that's not bad.
Hey Rod, did you have to throw Jack Luskins in there?
What? Okay, so I want people to see that. Okay, so what are these right here?
Whoa, yeah, they
like
direct drive. They direct drive.
Those direct drive.
Oh, hold on, no.
The what Reggie had?
Yeah.
They direct drive. They
direct drive. They
got the S on
B1s.
Yeah.
That's
wow. That is
I'm a fan tonight.
That is
I'm a fan.
that is
I'm
real.
Legends.
That's a real. What's the best show that you've ever seen, performing wise? Like, who's the best performer you've seen live?
Ooh. Live.
Back then.
Yeah.
Houdini impressed me. Remember they used to pick the DJ up.
Yeah, Grandmaster.
Yeah.
I never saw them live.
I talked to him the other day.
Yeah,
Grandmaster D. Yeah, that's my man.
Yeah.
And
they was trying to, at the end of the show, and he keeps scratching. They're trying to take him off.
Yeah.
Like James Brown, like trying to take him off the stage. Okay.
Pick him up.
Yeah.
LL put on a cool show too. Once he switched over and came out with the big radio and came out under the radio, Bobcat and
This is at their Civic Center arena. What we call the arena.
The Def Jam tour. Yeah.
Okay, so this in the 90s. You talking about?
No, this is 80s.
This in the 80s?
Like 87. Def Jam tour.
I remember we did a show with EPMD, and they had the helicopter.
Oh, they came in with the
No.
Oh,
they just had the
on the song. Okay, right. It's my thing. Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, so
that was hot. But I'm gonna tell you something else. The Fat Boys, they put on a mean show too.
They underrated. I think they underrated.
Man, but that show and that beats, their records was nice.
Yeah,
them boys was tight.
I think Disorderlies was the wrong move, though.
That was my movie, man.
That's people stopped taking them. I thought that they went too far with the fat stuff. Yeah. They went too far with that. If they could have, you know what I mean? They had to go that far with it. They could have. They had to go that far with it.
That movie funny. Disorderlies is.
Yeah. I'm gonna say one of the best performers I've ever seen was Slick Rick and Dougie Fresh.
What?
Wow!
Oh, you saw them live?
I did a show.
Wow! I never seen. I never seen.
Fresh came out the Globe. Yeah, I was at that show.
I never seen them live. So the crash. So this is when the show was.
The show.
Yeah, the show. Okay. I wish I could have seen that. I was too young to be there. Damn it. So
this was around when he came out. When Dougie Fresh came out the Globe, this was around Follow Leader time because that was the R&B.
It's still the 80s.
That was the R&B and Rakim show.
They didn't let me go out to the 90s.
Yeah.
I had a strict parents. Yeah.
The show we done together was it was Dougie Fresh, MC Shane, Marley Marl, and I think the New Marks.
Yeah, we
was all at the arena.
Everything together, man.
Yeah. So that's and the thing about it is that the respect, like you talking about. When you mentioned Westview Mall, so I worked at a record store in Westview Mall, and I remember the first time that I met you, and I was in awe. But other people, and this is the 90s, like this is years after what you're talking about. But it was an honor to meet you, and whenever you would come through the store, you know, it was official.
Get on those turns.
Yeah, no problem. Right? Other people come like, "What you doing? You can't get on turntables." But he definitely. And you would get on it too.
I remember this conversation. I asked you one day, and it was Mainism. I say, "Look, man, I'm trying to do a show. Who do y'all think I can get that's hot?" And y'all told me Foxy Brown. And
I did. I remember that. I remember that. Yes, I remember that.
Jay-Z and Foxy Brown. I said, "You sure?" I said, "Yeah."
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
I remember that. Definitely. So that was this, and this is the mid '90s. You know what I'm saying? So that was Over the past 10 years, ONFIRE-TV has grown from one show that was done in a spare bedroom in my house to us moving to a studio, producing over 20 different podcasts, Radio on Fire programs, documentaries, web series, and so much more. ONFIRE-TV's evolution and growth is all thanks to our members, whose generosity has freed us from the influence of mainstream media. We tell stories that need to be heard. Your subscriptions keep us independent. We are the voice of the culture. Click the link below or visit onfire-tv.com/join to become an On Fire Plus member. Thank you for your support. You help keep this independent network moving. one thing I definitely want to say is that a lot of times the legends tend to not embrace technology and not embrace where we are. But I want to say no. I feel like you embracing it though. Because I be seeing you go live a lot. I feel like what has motivated you to, because you've been going real hard lately. Like what's motivating you right now?
Music, man, is my avenue for first of all, music is universal, right? And that is my bridge that the real Terry used as a vehicle to communicate. Right. You know, so music, man, is my psychiatrist, it's my meditator, it's my medication, it's my inspiration, it's my motivation. You know, and when you almost lose something, you never know how much you'll miss it. So my level of gratitude is like just skyrocketing. You know, my wife, man, you know, because I'm in college right now, my wife got to remind me, look, you got to get to the books, you know, because, man, I get them go downstairs, man, and like yesterday, I was downstairs, my underwear on to like, what, 9 o'clock at night, you know, but the technology part of it, it's tough, but like you say, the music, man, when you have a love for something, I'm a firm believer that love is the most powerful thing on the face of the earth. Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt. I agree with that 100%. 100%. What's keeping you motivated now?
Well, I've been in the game so long. And, you know, I put in my dues, like I say, EBB, 32nd Street Plaza. I played in that club 5 nights a week for the last 7 years. So it really was very tiresome. You know, one DJ. Now you got clubs, it's like 3 or 4 DJs playing at one club that one night. I was doing that 5 nights a week for 5 hours. So, you know, I got it in. So now I'm like laid back, settled, married, family, you know, and still doing my DJing, you know, my mobile. I kind of slowed down and got doing a radio show now. So that kind of kept me still with the music and the love of music, but I'm still with it. I'm still rolling with it. Yeah. I ain't gonna tell you my age, but I'm still rolling with it.
Yeah, no, that's all good. That's all good. That's all good. What keeps you motivated, Unique?
My son. Being told my whole life I wasn't gonna be a DJ, and
people said that too?
Yeah, you were there. It got cracked on my whole life, so you know, always been a nerd. So like just my hunger and pain for the music, for DJing, I always been hungry. And now that I have a son, I have something extra to go hard for. So maybe when he get older, and he's in this charter school right now, so maybe when that goes all the way up to the 8th grade, from pre-K to 8th grade. So maybe when he start hitting like 5th grade, 6th grade, he see what I'm doing, like, Dad, I need my own lunch money. Let me start DJing. So if it rubs off on him, and he start, you know, doing all the parties and stuff in school and all that, that'll be good. So yeah, my son is my motivation to keep going. Yeah.
Awesome.
Well, he might be a rapper though. You never know.
Yeah.
He might. Rod, what keeps you motivated?
I'm on the same page as Unique. Like my youngest son, he rap. My oldest one produced beats, and it's kind of like I like to watch them work, and it's like they're pretty good. You know what I mean? And I like that they actually just got motivated off of what I got hanging on the wall. You know, to do what they do. So yeah, that pumps me up.
That gotta feel good. Yeah, that gotta feel good, especially when, even though it was around them, but they just naturally did it. Yep. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And you wasn't like, look, you want to do this.
Exactly.
They just did it on their own. I can tell. Yeah.
They're good too.
Oh yeah.
That's what's up. How can people stay in touch with you on social media?
I'm on there every day, 24 hours. No. Terry T, I have on Facebook is Terry T, and I also have a Terry T Productions page on Facebook, and on Instagram is DJ Terry T.
Okay. Go around the table.
Facebook is DJ TC Flash, the mixologist, and on IG is DJ TC Flash. Check me out.
Facebook, Steven DJ Unique Hudgens, and Instagram _DJ Unique.
And Facebook, I'm Rod Holloman, and on Instagram, I'm Kool Rod 46.
All right, so
can I say one more thing?
Absolutely.
And you guys can go follow my son. He's Rex2 Slick, Instagram, and Rex2 Slick, Facebook, and South Baltimore Rod. Yeah.
Okay.
Can I say one more?
Absolutely.
I want to take a moment out and thank DJ Unique for calling on me to be a part of his event. He's the first DJ since I returned back to mixing who asked me to participate in one of their projects, and I really appreciate that, man. It means a lot to me.
Appreciate it.
And can I say one more thing? Since everybody's saying one more thing. Hey, I want to give a mad shout out to all the people that paved the way for us. You know, Matt James, Randy Dennis, Chuck Max, Virgil Sims.
That's a name I don't hear a lot. Virgil Sims,
man. And the list goes on, I can't think right now, but it's a lot of people that really helped us out at a young age. I mean, from 13 years old going up to young men, these people helped us out. And that's all I want to say.
All right, that's good. I enjoyed this discussion today. I really did. People definitely follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn at The Diamond K Show. I gotta have you guys come back. I am going to stop through on Saturday and check it out because I really enjoy the classics. I like the new stuff, but I love the classics as well. It's a time for everything, I think.
Yeah, time. But it seemed like with this generation, when you say it's a time for everything, it seemed like here in Baltimore, I don't know how other cities do it, but it just seemed like it's a generation gap. The young at the parties, the young folks don't want to hear the old school when the DJs play it, and sometimes the older folks get up and leave when the ratchet music comes on. So it's just like feel like it's a gap missing. That it just feel like it's a generation gap missing as far as the music goes in the city.
Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, you might be right.
I mean, I didn't listen to Marvin Gaye and the Temptations when my parents listened.
But I don't think they play that in the club either.
No, but I mean, like now I listen to it, like you got
appreciation for it now. Yeah. Well, I mean, the thing is that like we talking about a lot of the hip hop that we wanted to hear, we couldn't hear it whenever we wanted to hear it.
You can hear it now.
I'm talking about now, but I'm talking about back in the day we were coming up. So we got a appreciation for the R&B and stuff that our parents was listening to. Because music wasn't as accessible as it is right now back then. So we was more cultured in a different style. Now they can hit whatever they want 24 hours a day. We could listen to them mixing every day, brand new. That's what we would listen to. Well, we couldn't. So it made it more valuable when we could hear it. And I think that's probably what this is a result of what you're talking about.
Because like what TC Flash said earlier, like only two stations you could listen to hear hip hop was WEBB and WWN. V103 was straight R&B until the new marks came. Started banging them mixes. 9 o'clock mix Friday nights, 9 to I remember it was like 9 to midnight.
Can you imagine on V103 you listen to Terry T, you big bonehead. Then the Mac James came on at 7 when EVV went off the air, and Terry started the mixing right soon. He mixed at 7 o'clock soon as EVV went off the air. So it was just like the clock just kept going.
Yeah, you know what I mean? That's good. But I also think have some faith in this generation because they work, and if you look like video games, they work in a lot of old school songs on video games, and kids tend to start to know some old school songs, and it's just happens. Commercials is worked in commercials, and it's just I think everything gonna be cool. I think everything gonna be cool. Now, some of the songs that they play now, they not gonna be playing 30 years from now. You know what I mean?
Like
the quality is not there like it used to be, but that the songs that we talking about are going to be here years and years and years because the quality is there.
Pac Jam, you're still gonna be able to play that 20 years now.
Oh yeah. So I definitely got to have you guys back again. We definitely got to do this again.
It's the Diamond K Show here at ONFIRE-TV.com.
Earlier this week, I got an exclusive invitation to the Flywire, TFP, and Jack Daniels new Legacy 2023, the Legacy Awards, making history. It was a great event. So the Legacy Awards 2023. The ceremony was at the Dream Mega Lounge in downtown Baltimore, 10 South Calvert Street. So it was hosted by Conan.
All right, once again, on behalf of the Flywire, TFP Entertainment, and Jack Daniels Tennessee Whiskey, we welcome you all to the event tonight, Legacy 2023. For those of you, we want to give you your flowers while you're here, all right? We want to represent you because you are doing something fantastic. And with that being said, I want to bring to the microphone from Jack Daniels, Christopher Chambers, and my man JT. All right? Y'all give him a round of applause.
So me and Conan go way back. It was good to see him. Food was by Still Smoking Caterers. It was upscale. It was fly. So here's what happened. They had 3 finalists. These finalists are for the Legacy Business Shower Challenge. And these businesses were Pretty Teas LLC Catering.
I absolutely love cooking. I believe that cooking is one of the love languages of a lot of people.
Black Heart 410 LLC, which is a clothing brand.
Hi, my name is Dana Wade. I'm with Black Heart, and we're part of the Jack Daniels Legacy Tour.
J. Pope and Associates LLC, which is a private group mental health practice.
Hello, everyone. I'm Jennifer A. Pope, LCSWC, and my business is J. Pope and Associates LLC, and I'm one of the finalists for the Jack Daniels Legacy Business Awards 2023.
Sponsored by Jack Daniels.
The second year that we did the Jack Daniels Legacy program with TLP and the Flywire, and it's been very successful.
They gave out cash prizes, right? Third place got $2,000, second place got $3,000, and first place got $5,000 in seed money. It was powered by the Flywire, TFP, and sponsored by Jack Daniels Tennessee Whiskey. So definitely shout out to Jack Daniels Tennessee Whiskey, the Flywire, Marcy, and Phil over at TFP. It was really great. It was all love. It was very positive. And these 3 finalists had to go through a lot to get this seed money. And there were other contestants, but these were the top 3. And Phil from TFP has been in the business for a long time, has a lot of businesses. He really gave some much needed advice to these Black independent entrepreneurs.
Some days, some months, you're going to have a great month. And the money's going to be rolling in. I don't know if it's tax time or maybe your post just went viral. You're going to make some money. But what you got to remember to stay in business, you have got to save. You got to put that money away. You can't go buy yourself a new pair of tennis shoes or a new car and all that stuff. Because when that slow season hit, which it will hit, a lot of people ain't going to make it. So if y'all guys want to make it, make sure that you have money saved up. Most important, keep yourself. If you got to work another job to support your business, do it. That's really key because a lot of times in business, you're not going to have the capital some days, and what you have to do, you have to water that business with money from outside that business. A lot, for that first 5 years, that business might not produce enough money to pay your income, pay your bills, and keep the employees on payroll. So what you have to do is work another job or work it. You gotta have both of them, because you can't get set out, you can't get put out in the meantime while you're running your business, because if you do that, your business go out of business. And y'all know right now there are a lot of predatory fees with getting late on your rent or getting late on your product. So the biggest thing that you really need besides having a great product, you need money. And then the last thing I'm gonna tell y'all is credit. Credit is key. A lot of these businesses a lot of people don't understand. When you see other people going out of business, it's because someone has good credit. Pay everybody on time. Pay them credit card. Pay that stuff on time, because when business is slow and you have to fall back on a line of credit, 30, 40,000, whatever amount it is, that's what's going to keep you through your rough months. So I just want to give y'all guys, from a person that has several different businesses, I want to let y'all know the personal things that I do, and I have to every day. Some days I have to recommit myself to the business. Some of us want to own a business and say, I got my employees running, I want to run it from my camera on my phone, or I want to be in some island someplace. Trust me, get that out your head. If you're going to run a business, expect to be the first one there and the last one to leave. Lead by example with your staff, with your employees, and always give your employees more than they expect.
It was really great to see. So got a chance to chop it up with the ladies a little bit and talk about their businesses and their challenges and how they got here to the Legacy Awards.
So the Legacy Business Challenge was amazing. We had the opportunity to network with other local businesses who were treated like royalty during our Legacy Business Tour. And each of the sponsors were very accommodating, very encouraging, and it was great to have that kind of support as a local business owner.
Next year, I'm sure that they're going to do this. Hopefully, they're going to do this. It was really good. It was really good. It's always good when you have business-minded people networking. There were a lot of folks in the place, not just these businesses, but there were other business owners, other entrepreneurs, other movers and shakers in the city. And whenever you can get like-minded folks in one room, in one place, to chop it up, to network, to just engage with each other and, just speak about the good, the bad, the ugly, and how tough and hard it is to run a business. A lot of times they say that the business 5 years, some folks just go under. And that's true. That happens. So it is always good to get that information, get that good info from folks, and the legacy. What are you doing to build a legacy for your generation? How are you looking about doing that? And what are the steps that you are taking? So sometimes, I think that Phil said this at the event, that once you make it over, you got to throw the rope back, right? Open the door up for the next generation and keep that, what they say, pay it forward. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, TikTok, at The Diamond K Show. Of course, ONFIRE-TV.com. Anywhere you get your podcast, just search The Diamond K Show, Apple Music, Spotify, Stitcher, etc., etc. I am there. And if you miss any episodes, you can check us out on ONFIRE-TV.com. If you have an event coming up, send your flyers to djdiamondk@gmail.com so I can plug it on the show. We can talk about it. If it is in Baltimore, and I might come through. Music submissions, businesses, or if you're looking to book me, djdiamondk@gmail.com. Miss any episodes of the show, you can stream them on ONFIRE-TV.com/DiamondK. And to support what we're doing here, ONFIRE-TV.com/join, or click the link below to get access to exclusive content. Support this independent network as an On Fire Plus member. We have a lot of shows here. We have a lot of shows coming and a lot of good things in store. So definitely let's chop it up and get this thing moving. I'll see you guys tomorrow, 6 p.m. right here at The Diamond K Show. Chris Rock finally addressed the Oscar slap and some other things on his Netflix special, which streamed live on Saturday from here in Baltimore at the Hippodrome. The Hippodrome in Baltimore. Nice theater, downtown Baltimore. I don't think that many people were expecting some of the things that we saw. There were some surprises. Some people just say that comedians, right? They just shoot down all comedians, right? I've heard people say that Kevin Hart's not funny, Dave Chappelle's not funny, Chris Rock's not funny, but everyone tuned in for laughs. And Netflix rolled it out, did something. It seemed like a coronation, like he was the GOAT, the way that Netflix rolled it out. And I think that makes sense considering what they have invested. He titled the stand-up Selective Outrage. He hit on a wide range of topics: addiction, abortion, racism. Meghan Markle, she got it. The Kardashian family, wokeness. It was he talked about his own family, of course. His daughter. There were a lot of things. There were a lot of things, and so much to unpack. Did you enjoy this special? Did you think that Selective Outrage was funny? I definitely am interested to hear folks' thoughts. We've been kind of watching this and following this on social media, and I've seen a lot of different things. Some people thought it was funny, some people did not. Some people thought he did his thing, some people did not. Pretty much like everything. Where do you begin? Where do you begin? Some of the jokes that he said was funny. Some things he said, I'm like, oh wow. Some people are going to be so upset about this. He talked about abortion. I thought he was a little extreme with some of that stuff. Just the way he worded it, it was definitely different. Transgender folks are going to be, I think many of them are going to be in their feelings about some stuff that he said. But Selective Outrage, I love the title. He said, Chris Rock, I have no problem with the wokeness. I have no problem with it at all. I'm all for social justice. I'm all for marginalized people getting their rights. The thing I have a problem with is selective outrage, he said. Selective outrage. You know what I'm talking about. One person does something, they get canceled. Somebody else does the same exact thing, nothing. You know what I'm talking about. The kind of people who play Michael Jackson songs but won't play R. Kelly. Same crime. One of them just has better songs. I feel him on that. I thought that was funny. Now a lot of people are going to have thoughts on that, but this is a comedian. He's someone who is often tackled sensitive issues. He's often done that, tackling the country's division. He's often done that. He said that America is in horrible shape right now. Oh, conservatives love that. They were like, ooh, we like where he's going. Chris Rock said that we got it worse than Ukraine. Yeah, I said it. You know why? Because Ukraine is united and America is clearly divided. Chris Rock joked. I thought that, as often is the case, there is truth in jokes. And he's right about that part. He said that if the Russians came here right now, half the country would say, let's hear them out. We are in a bad place right now. That is true. Right? That is true. Not just his interpretation, but that is a fact. You got Republicans that are, really sympathetic to the Russians. And I thought that was profound. I talked about his love life, talked about his wife and his divorce a bit. We've heard him speak about that before. He said that he did not get rich and stay in shape to talk about Anita Baker. Said that he's trying to smash Doja Cat. I thought that was hilarious. And this is, you know, his I don't know, first performance since 2018, first stand-up special since 2018, the tambourine special, which I enjoyed. He had a nice Prince necklace on, Prince symbol necklace that was cool. And tambourine, the title of his last stand-up is also a song title by Prince. So you know, it was interesting. They had a pre-show, they had a post-show. This was a different type of rollout than they normally do. And I'm sure that all kind of streaming services wanted to get a piece of Dave Chappelle, of Chris Rock doing this. But Netflix rolled out this live element and all of the different things that they did. And he wanted to bring it there. And I thought that he did a good job. To me, Netflix has shown that they still are the kings of this streaming service thing. Now, me, myself, I've been a Chris Rock fan for a long time. I can go back to some of his stand-ups, like Bring the Pain, which was groundbreaking. Here's the thing about comedians. I think it's like this for singers as well. When you're coming up, when you're hungry, you're coming up, you're relatable. But once you get money, once you've been rich for a long time, it's hard for you to come up with that material. It's hard. And sometimes, you know, the comedians fall off because they're out of the element. The thing that brought them to the dance doesn't apply anymore because they're not struggling, right? The struggling comic. Chris Rock, far from a struggling comic. So it's definitely difficult to maintain that hunger. But you know what we had to see. You know what folks showed up for. Let me say this. The special was done in Baltimore. Here in Baltimore, my home, Hippodrome, downtown Baltimore. Now, many of you say it's randomly, like, why you pick Baltimore? Oh, Baltimore was for a reason. In my opinion, this is also Jada Smith. This is her hometown as well. And what better place to come and rip apart Jada Pinkett and Will Smith than her hometown, Baltimore, Maryland. So I definitely think that was something that played into why he chose Baltimore. So selective outrage, we knew that he was going to address it. There was no way around it. No way around him speaking on. This is why many people showed up, because they wanted to hear what Chris Rock was going to say about the infamous slap on the Oscar stage. I thought that he had some interesting takes on it. There was a lot of he called her a lot of cuss words. And he made some profound observations talking about the entanglement, the infamous entanglement. And his thing is, all of these media outlets called you all kind of names talking about Will Smith, but you chose to take this stuff out on me. Selective outrage. You see how he brings the whole thing together? She hurt him way more than he hurt me. I think that's a true statement. He took a lot of predictable steps. Nothing surprising there. I'm glad that he said it, got it off his chest. Me personally, I think he could have got it out the way earlier. But he said the last 10 minutes or so for Will Smith. And I don't think that Will Smith is going to react to this. If Will Smith reacts to this, he was not being authentic in some of his apologies at all. Let's do this. Take a quick break. Come back with more of the show. You're watching the Diamond K Show here on ONFIRE-TV.com, RadioOnFire.com, the WRF Radio app. I'll be back with more of the show after this.
for food that feeds your soul? Hoodfellas Bistro and Catering is your local African-American-owned restaurant offering American cuisine. Located across from the courthouse, we offer daily jury specials to reward civic duty. Enjoy our full-service restaurant and fully stocked bar. Dine in, pick up, delivery, and catering. Our themed happy hours feature live music, handcrafted drinks, and weekly specials. Book your private event at hoodfellowsbistrocatering.com.
So Chris Rock is 58 years old, and he talked about taking that slap like Pacquiao, and he was okay, he wasn't hurt. And, you know, overall, I think that the special, if you take out the Will Smith stuff, this would have been an average Chris Rock special for where he is right now. I mean, he's not the young, hungry lion comedian that he once was, but he is a superstar. He's established. I think that he's funny. He's going to walk that line of offending people. And I think that all in all, he did his thing. Now, there are going to be some folks that don't like the way that he called Jada the B word so much. But, you know, I think that, you know, considering what he went through, you know, I just, all bets are off. You know, he called Will Smith Suge Smith. And, he said, it still hurts. I got summertime ringing in my ears. Now, of course, Smith has apologized and repeatedly spoken about the incident since last year. Chris Rock has avoided all of the usual platforms where celebrities go to air out their feelings. He never sat down with Oprah, turned away many media outlets that would have loved to have an in-depth interview with him. He did not. Said he's not a victim. Said you won't see me on Oprah or Gayle crying. You will never see it. It's not going to happen. But he did use his encounter with Will Smith to shape, you know, this second stand-up special for Netflix. And some of the best material on the special really highlighted their physical differences. He said that we're not the same size. This guy does movies with his shirt off, Chris Rock said. He said, you will never see me do a movie with my shirt off. If I'm getting open heart surgery in the movie, I got on a sweater. He said, he played Muhammad Ali. I played Pookie in New Jack City. I mean, that part of it was funny. I thought that part was funny. Now, there were parts, just like any stand-up, there were parts that weren't that funny. But it is hard to get on stage and tell jokes in front of a live audience. It's hard to do that. He showed his, you know, season and his experience. He messed up at one point, referring to why Jada and him, I guess, got to this point of difficulty when Will Smith did not get nominated for concussion. You remember, she made a whole big stink about that when it happened a few years ago. And Chris Rock was hosting the Oscars that year. And Jada tried to organize this boycott, and some of their folks, some of their friends did not go because Jada was mad. Will were mad because he did this movie Concussion and it did not get nominated. And they wanted Chris Rock to boycott, not go. They tried to turn this into a black-white thing. And Chris Rock, of course, still hosted. And that is what Chris Rock points to as being I guess, the catalyst for difficulty in their relationship. But Chris Rock ultimately suggesting that he was caught in the crossfire of Smith's relationship with his wife. And it was a joke that Rock told about Jada Smith that prompted Smith to stride on stage and smack him. But, you know, I guess I don't think we're going to ever know fully what made him do it. I don't think that Will Smith has really been honest about it and forthright with regards to it. And at this point, all this time, I'm over it. Hopefully, after this special, we don't have to talk about this no more. We don't have to hear about this no more. We don't. I think that I think it's cool. I think that it's over with. Rock has been on tour, doing new material, part of his Ego Death Tour. And with Dave Chappelle, some dates, Kevin Hart at some dates, and came here to Baltimore. I'm glad that he came to Baltimore. We have some nice venues. They're building up some really nice locations for artists, entertainers, stuff. I hope more acts bring it to Baltimore. But once again, this, I think, was a strategic thing. It wasn't about, oh, Baltimore has some nice places, let me go to Baltimore. That's where Jade is from. We can make that happen. And that's what they made happen. And it's all good. It's all good. I think that there are going to be more live specials like this. They're not maybe going to be on the magnitude of a Chris Rock. They may not be, I don't want to say on the heels of, but a year after an infamous slap. And the Oscars are next week, ironically. And here we are. So all in all, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give the Chris Rock Selective Outrage Netflix special an 8. Like to hear your thoughts. Let me know in the comment section, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, TikTok, at The Diamond K Show. Of course, ONFIRE-TV.com. I enjoyed the special. I enjoyed the special. My father is a huge Chris Rock fan, but he has even noted that he feels that Rock has fallen off over the years. And like I said, I think that that's due to the fact that as a celebrity, you cannot stay hungry forever. I did like the bit that he did about differences between women and men and women running the world. And he said that if Beyonce, as beautiful as she is, if she worked at Burger King, she could still marry Jay-Z, a billionaire rapper, businessman, entertainer. But if Jay-Z worked at Burger King, it does not go the same way. That's definitely true. OnFire-TV.com, RadioOnFire.com, the WRF radio app. Of course, you want to get in touch with me, very easy to do that. On all social media, I am at The Diamond K Show. Of course, you can send all event flyers to djdiamondk@gmail.com so we can post those events. And if you want to send me music, booking, business info, contact djdiamondk@gmail.com. You miss any episodes of the program, stream them right now on ONFIRE-TV.com. Anywhere you get your podcasts, just search The Diamond K Show. I will see you guys tomorrow, 6 p.m. right here on ONFIRE-TV.com, RadioOnFire.com. Over the past 10 years, ONFIRE-TV has grown from one show that was done in a spare bedroom in my house to us moving to a studio, producing over 20 different podcasts, Radio on Fire programs, documentaries, web series, and so much more. ONFIRE-TV's evolution and growth is all thanks to our members, whose generosity has freed us from the influence of mainstream media. We tell stories that need to be heard. Your subscriptions keep us independent. We are the voice of the culture. Click the link below or visit OnFire-TV.com/join to become an On Fire Plus member. Thank you for your support. You help keep this independent network moving.
ONFIRE-TV is a streaming network for a generation on the move.